No little. It's winter Samhuinn here in the southern hemisphere, and I'm in the middle of garn busting. As I do, I'm trying to catch up. I've got a couple of announcements, but they will keep for now. But believe it or not, this is a bit of a duck diary. They're in their beds. So, when I first got started in ducks, or getting ducks, or having ducks, etc., I was always told that, just like with chickens, roosters, that you should only have one. If you have more than one drake, male duck, that they will fight each other. Now, I have had 2 drakes. They are siblings though, and they grew up through spring and matured in summer. And apparently the first year of a drake's life is the most uncontrollable teenager year. Basically hornbags on steroids. And then they settle down a little bit. So I don't know if I'm going to be in the clear. I mean, who knows? Come after winter, we're in winter now, but when Yuletide comes and goes, and then we have the time of the frost, which is spring, especially when we get to the equinox or the middle of spring or Yosta, I might have to deal with the 2 drakes, something, but I think they're okay. I have had no problems, but I do have a lot of interaction with my boys. My birds are a little bit on the spoiled side. I don't have ducks. I don't have human children. I don't have ducks. I mean, I don't have dogs. I don't have human children. My animals are my children or my babies. So I think we can take a sneak peek. So the girls sleep in the larger crib and the 2 boys sleep together in the small crib. And we're going to sneak a peek. Sneak a peek. How cute they are. No, my beautiful boys. Look at you. Oh, I woke you up. Did I wake you up? Oh no. Yeah, I wake you up. But every time I look at them when they're sleeping, they're curled up together. And there's no issues. But again, I just got a hug. Do I get a hug too, Mr. Fawn? Come on, my little green man. Oh, I can feel the tremors in the chest. Your hug is building. A hug is building. Oh, he's going to get a hug. Do I get a hug? No. No. Beep, 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 beep. No. Oh, your neck beaks. Beaky rubs. No. Me. Hello, ladies. Oh, Suna. Did I scare you? The girls still get spooked by the camera. The boys don't. I'm sorry. Ooh. No, puppies. Just want to show how cute you are. I know. I'll go over here. Pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. And Frigg has his curly whirl back. He's got his new curly whirl. They lost their very first curly whirls that they had, and they've already got them back. I got new ones with the ladies. Hello, ladies. Oh, you're so darn stinking cute. Yeah. So anyway, there's general rules and guidelines with everything, I guess, in life. When it comes to nature especially, based on the average experience. But, I think we're approaching the, 1-year-old mark. And I guess it just proves that you can have 2 boys together. I've got 6 girls, and I think I've just got the right amount of girls to boy ratio for my babies. I wouldn't have any less girls. You start ending up with, you know, missing feathers and yeah, Mr. Freak. You're so cute. Oh, so darn stinking cute. Look at that face. Why are you so cute? Yeah. Mr. Freak. Mr. Freak. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do. Mr. Freak. What are you doing? Where's that green noggin? It's a Mr. Fawn. I can see you. Yeah. So anyway, you know, we're not in the absolute clear yet. Like I said, time will tell once we get through midwinter and we start getting into the spring, and especially when we get to the mid-spring or the vernal equinox tide in those weeks. And I reckon the vernal equinox or the mid-spring tide through to summer's Beltana, to the end of Beltana, I reckon they're probably the randiest times for the boys. So I will be sort of a little bit anxious at that, or be a little bit of extra aware to make sure the boys don't start fighting each other. But you know, again, I've got 6 girls. They sleep inside every night. When I'm home, they range freely in the back garden, adjoining their habitat. They have the Wookiees, my chooks. They like to watch each other. And so no, I think we're pretty good. I think it's my ducks are definitely domesticated. Like most ducks are domesticated anyway, unless you see them in the wild and they're, you know, closer to just a pure mallard breed. But my ducks are extra domesticated. They're treated like dogs. They are house trained. You know, I mean, I can't let them just walk around. You know, they might do a poop, but they walk from here to there in the house without doing a poop, and they don't poop on me. They're aware, you know, unless they really have to go, they don't go on Mama's carpet or, you know, anything like that, or her. So anyway, so just a little bit of a chatty diary, I guess, just on the experience of keeping male ducks or drakes and having 2 boys. And you know, they're a sibling, so this is probably another thing too. So if you're coming into spring and you do have a whole lot of eggs hatched, you got ducklings, and you find out, oh no, you know, I've got 2 boys and I can only keep 1 because there's going to be issues if I have more than 1 male duck. And, you know, I've got 6 girls, so I think it would probably be different if you wouldn't matter as much if you had like a whole massive flock of ducks and you've got 2 or 3 boys in there, sort of thing, because of the you know, there's so many girls in there. But anyway, so if you're worried about keeping more than 1 male duck out of a batch of ducklings, that, you know, oh no, it's turning out to, oh, I've got 2 boys, you know, I have been thus far happy and successful with just having 6 girls. It's more than plenty for them, especially having 2 girls in the flock that are kind of a bit big and beefy, so it's a real challenge for the boys. Especially Fawn, he's still, you know, Bella, so he still struggles to ride and stay on top of Bella before she shakes him off, sort of thing. So it's kind of funny. you gotta give the boys challenges. It's kind of funny, especially when she turns around and starts trying to ride him. She's done that a couple of times. She's definitely not a drake or a boy. She's just, she's a force of nature. So I think, you know, she's a big woman. Frigg likes his big women. Don't you, Frigg? Frigg, I can see your noggin. I can see your noggin. What you doing? You want some water? I can see you. So anyway, I guess this is more for people who are new to keeping duckies, or have always stayed to some sort of rule that you can't have more than one male duck or drake in a batch or something like that. Now, when it comes to roosters, but then again, I mean, I have had someone in the class, there's someone in the class who has roosters and more than one, and they're all together, and apparently they're fine, except apparently one's getting a bit mean to the older one. But, you know, so, you know, most of these sorts of things and guidelines are sort of, they're that, a guide. There's always exceptions to the rule. And I think a big impact in where you fall within the guidelines and what you follow is your own interaction and relationship with your animals, how much time you spend with them. I think the more they're on their own and left to their own devices, the more of the survival instincts kick in. And, you know, pecking orders and that sort of thing. You're always going to have that to some degree, but I think that kicks in even more if they're left to their own devices. Mr. Fawn, where's your noggin? Pop, pop, pop. Fawn. Pop, 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 pop. What are you doing? Fawn. He's popped his head down already. Anyway, just a bit of a quick diary post on ducks and having more than 2 boys. And just before I finish on that, the other thing to know is, oh, excuse me, a bit of a yawn. They also get to play in the bathtub in the morning and at night. So in that situation, especially when they come in at night, they run through the house to go into a warm bath with herbs in there. At the moment, we're liking our everlasting daisies or flowers, you know, paper flowers. Sorry. You're fine. You're so cute. In that situation, I do have a little bit of a good scan and look at them, all of my birds, to make sure there's nothing amiss. You know, if and you know, so they're literally bathed every day with me there. So not just, you know, outside in the ponds they have. They're cleaned up at night before they go to bed in their clean tubs, which has got fresh sawdust in it. So I clean them every night or every morning after they go outside for the day. So there's that, and also I play with them like dogs. So I ruffle up their feathers, I pinch their tail butts, I play chasey with them with my hand in the tub, I ruffle up all the feathers around their neck, and, you know, I interact with them like they are dogs. So they get a bit of energy out. So I think especially with the boys, they have a bit more energy, you know, masculine energy. And, you know, it's never a good idea to have bored boys, no matter what the species and the genus is it. Well, actually, when it comes to the animal kingdom, there's no such thing as genus and species because of the... No, there is, because you got Corvidae and then you got the species. Yeah, for some reason I thought someone said that there wasn't. Anyway, I digress. I don't think it's good for males of any species to be bored, because they tend to find things to amuse themselves, which is not always good for them or what they're using to amuse themselves with. Anyway, blessed be Mary Part, and yeah, I recommend having 2 boys. I think they're beautiful. And so if you end up having 2 boys in your batch of duckling eggs, that hatch, you know, coming spring, whenever they do, don't hesitate in keeping 2. And I think as well, if they're siblings as well, there's an extra bond there. But anyway, blessed be Mary Pat. A bit of Drake duck thought for thought. Bye for now.